Hi everyone. So, this is a bottle of pickled red cabbage that I'm going to try to mush up and eat. I don't know, it doesn't sound too good. Anyhow, this is Holy Week for us. I don't know about you, what religion you are, but this is my most favorite time of the year in the Catholic Church. I think I did a vlog about this once. So we've missed everything. Holy Thursday, Good Friday, excuse me, I think it's Holy Saturday, and then of course Easter Sunday. Good Friday is the most important day because it's the Passion of the Christ. That's when Jesus had to carry the cross that he was going to be nailed to when he died for us, for all of us. And again, this isn't a religious thing, it's just about my religion, and I thought I'd share it because during this week, Holy Week, Jesus suffered a lot for all of us so we can come into this world free from sin, a clear slate. It's something that I live my life by with people. Everyone's a clear slate. I had a first husband, so the wounds from that I didn't bring along to my second marriage. I figure it's a clean slate. I won't go any more into that because this is about a very special time of year. Sorry, I touched my hair. Having bad hair day anyhow. So anyhow, I thought it's ironic that during this Holy Week, the Last Supper on Thursday, so Thursday was the Last Supper. But anyhow, Jesus suffered so much, and we're suffering, so to say, in all different ways. I mean, to us, staying at home is not a big deal. Not getting food for me, which means I can only have liquids, is a big deal. Because you can't live without eating. Well, I guess you can for a while. But you can only lose so much weight, and then that's not good. But anyhow, since the day they asked me to help carry the cross in and then hold the cross in church, it had a lot of meaning to me. They did that when my older son had cancer. He had brain cancer, so I left my mom with him in the hospital so I could go on Good Friday, and it's such a solemn experience. Everyone's quiet. It's like a 3.5-hour mass. And it brought me so close to my faith and also gave me faith. This year, not being able to go to church, it's a little harder to have that faith, and I'm not going to lie, kind of losing faith in this situation. Personally, I don't think this is going to end for a long time. I don't think life will be the way it was, the way we knew it. If you read anything about the Spanish flu, this is very similar. I read about a 95-year-old man who lived through it. It's also, just a warning, it's very sad, and a lot of bad things they talk about. And about a girl who wrote a journal and talking about how after the flu, years after, people would be walking around with masks and they'd look like ghosts, and it was scary. It was a young girl, obviously, who wrote this. So I think that's going to be our normal. We're going to be in masks, and I think that's fine. I would do anything that could protect us. Again, these are just my opinions. They're not right or wrong. They're just my own opinions. So this Holy Week, I've done a lot of reflecting on things, and I hope a lot of you have reflected on things that maybe, touch my hair again, sorry, you took for granted. You know, like getting toilet paper when you need it. Going to the grocery store and being able to buy more than one milk, one can of beans. Getting Lysol. For us, like I say, in the winter months, cold and flu season, I always have masks and gloves for my son and I. In August, I get them. In August, they weren't their masks. Not at all. Probably before they weren't. I don't know why, and they haven't since. Being told you can only have one milk. So, of course, I picked Polly's milk. He drinks whole milk. I drink fat-free because I have high cholesterol. So I've got my son his milk. But he's been able to ration. I mean, he usually would drink Pediasure. His insurance company stopped paying for it. Of course, now, during all this, if this isn't enough, right? Otherwise, he could lean on his Pediasure and I could get my milk. But that's okay. I'm just doing an analogy, a similarity. Of course, Jesus suffered so much more than we did. And when you reflect on that, or I'm not telling you what to reflect on, it makes this not easier, but like We all have a cross to bear, and I've lived by that saying too. An old Italian man who worked for me in my business, this was long before my son had cancer, said, we all have a cross to bear, and if you think that cross is big, you have no idea what the next one will be. And boy, was he right. Because I've bared many crosses from the first time I got skin cancer to the 6th, 7th, 8th time. That first time, yes, it seemed like the end of the world, but then it kept coming and coming. And if that wasn't enough, then my son got cancer. And if that wasn't enough, my daughter, when she was born, I was told she'd never walk. And then my son, that you see on here sometimes, I was told awful, awful prognosis for him. And as you see, he's a healthy boy. So yes, every cross got bigger to bear. And yet those, in hindsight, as horrible as it was, and let me tell you, cancer, your child having cancer, anything to do with your children is the most awful, horrible thing. But this virus, it has to do with my children. It has to do with my young son who's with me still. It seems like there can't be nothing worse, but you know what? There might be. So I hope you're all mitigating. This is something we have to do together. This is a mishmash kind of stuff. It started talking about my religion and how I miss the church and all. And then with community. Did you learn in school about, community and what community means, citizenship and all that? Community means we work together. We're in upstate New York, and we're isolating or lockdown or whatever you call it. We're doing in other states. I see people are still grocery shopping, meal planning, buying stuff like there's no tomorrow. Regular. I could never meal plan. Not even 3 days. We're limited on what we can get. We're limited on the hours. They're talking about maybe limiting how many people they let in the store. So we have to work together, because if we in upstate didn't mitigate's a better word, that's what they're calling it, what would happen to New York City worse than it is? And it's horrible. It's horrible. I can't even watch it. I try to stop myself. I like to watch it to keep informed, because of course from New York City it could come up to us. It is here. We have it. We have, I didn't look today, but it was I think it was almost 800 cases, 39 hospitalizations. I forgot how many deaths. I try not to watch the news. I watch it so often. I watch the mayor so often of New York City just to see what's going on. But I hope you're all safe. And if you're in an area that's safe, please don't go out. Just help the whole of the United States. Help us, because this could happen to anyone. It does not discriminate against people in rural areas, people in big areas, little people, big people, young people, old people, men, women, anybody. So please, let's all work together. And those who celebrate, have a happy Easter. The Easter Bunny's not coming here this year because he can't, excuse me, the coronavirus. But that's okay. We want to keep him safe. So for now, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and just be kind to everyone. And please, let's all work together. Bye for now.